Good evening, everyone. It's Sam here from Sacred Oak Temple in Edmonton, Alberta. Today's new moon, Esbat, is centered on the need for public paganism. The need for us to get out of our broom closets or other closets and assert ourselves in the larger society. To begin with, Sacred Oak Temple respectfully acknowledges that we're located on Treaty 6 territory. Today, we connect ourselves to this place, and we introduce ourselves to the goddesses and gods of the Cree, the Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, Nakota Sioux, and as well the Métis people. We introduce ourselves to that river, to this sky, to the wind that blows across the plain from the mountains. I offer tobacco now to the spirits of the land, and I ask for their permission to be here and help to come to belong here. Take a moment now to settle yourself in your place. Either settle in your chair or stand comfortably, rock back and forth until you're feeling balanced. As we prepare to enter sacred space, I'd like you all to take 3 deep breaths and hold them for a second and then release. With the first breath, we are here in our bodies. With the second breath, we reach down to the earth and up to the sky. And with the third breath, we reach out to the others in our circle today, and we connect our energy to theirs. Now we are prepared to be in sacred space. I'm going to cast a circle now, and please follow along in your circle at home. This is a place that is not a place, in a time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. This is a place that is all places, a time that is eternity, where gods and mortals come together. And this is a place that is our home, a time that is our lives, where we can be greater than we thought. And now I'll call each of the directions and the elements associated with them. Again, follow along with me in your circle at home. Let us call the heroes and guardians of our tradition to give us courage to come out as public pagans. I call the ancestors, William Lyon Mackenzie and Louis Joseph Papineau, leaders of the 1837 rebellions in the Canadas. As we breathe in the air, we gain the power to see. To the south now. I call up 2 great heroes from the struggle against American slavery, Mama Moses Harriet Tubman and Captain John Brown, and I ask that their great spirits inspire us in this day. As the fire warms us, we gain the power to take a chance. To the west. I call the ancestors, Louis Riel, Gabriel Dumont, and Big Bear, leaders of the Northwest Resistance in 1885. As the water connects us, we can feel what others feel and create a shared dream. To the north now. I call the ancestors Harold II of Norway, called Harold Greycloak, and Penda of Mercia, pagan kings who resisted the empire. As the earth gives us the material with which to act, we have strength and the foundation of understanding. And to the center. For the power of spirit, I call the goddess Aradia, who teaches us to bind the oppressor's soul with power, to sweep away the bad, to destroy the men of evil. I call the ancestors and heroes of the Wiccan religion. I call Gerald Gardner, Doreen Valiant, Maxine Sanders, Alex Sanders, Margot Adler, Starhawk, and all the others, living and dead, who stepped forward, wrote the books, came forward in public, and opened space for our religion. As the Spirit moves us to act, to open our eyes and our hearts, we are moved to act rightly in the world. Blessed be. This is a ritual reflecting on the need for public paganism. Now I'll have a little call and response element. I'll say something and then I'd like you to say after me, no, they are wrong. Okay? With the rising tide of white Christian nationalism and authoritarian and fascist movements, there is increased pressure to push all the minority voices back into our various closets. We are told that we're not legitimate, that women, indigenous peoples, non-Christians should just shut up, and that gays and trans people should not even exist. No, they are wrong. They want us to remake our nations to be white, Christian, and ruled exclusively by straight men. Christian nationalists want to push the rest of us back into the shadows, to make it illegal to love as we will, to find the gods where we will, to live as we wish. They want us to hide, to pretend that theirs is the only reality. No, they are wrong. They shout that their voices are the only ones that matter, and everyone else needs to shut up. If we give them the public stage, and we never speak out in our communities, at our schools, or in public affairs, the first step to erasing us completely will be accomplished. Burning the witches comes easily after you've shut them up completely. Hiding in the broom closet just means that when you're forced out of it, they will think that you are alone. No, they are wrong. Minorities, including religious minorities, must remind ourselves and everyone else that we belong, that this place is our home, and that all who live here are our people. These are the times when we must, however we can, come out of our closets, come out to take our places in the sun, and push back against these people. Yes, they are wrong. We call the heroes and guardians of our tradition to give us courage to come out as public pagans. When we live in accord with what we believe to be right, it makes us stronger and happier. We call up the mighty dead, not just on the political leaders and public faces of this intolerance, but on this whole crew. We call up the vengeful ghosts of all the freedom fighters, marchers, protesters, and orators who fought for freedom. I offer sacrifice to the ancestors, the heroes, and the gods of our people. I offer mead, and grain, and money, and meat. And I offer incense. And the flame of this candle we together will remake this world. Take a moment now and think of one thing that you will do in the next week to make this happen. Commit yourself now, here, in front of the gods and this company. By the power of 3 times 3, as we say it, so mote it be, so mote it be, and so mote it be. It's time now to bless and share food and drink. It's not we that bless food and drink, but they which bless us. For in their nature they nourish our bodies, and when we share them, we create community. And so it was in ancient times, and so it is today. And so as we go into the future, may you never thirst. And may you never hunger. Have something to eat and something to drink. And share food and drink with me and whoever's in your circle at home. And of course, offer some of your food and drink to the gods and thank them for being present. I thank you to the divine mysteries, the goddesses and gods that are both revealed and concealed in the workings of the world and in our lives. To the center, thank you for the ability to act, to protect our communities, to make our dreams, hopes, and plans into reality. We receive the blessings of the Spirit. Thank you for solid reality and grounding. We belong, we are real, we will not go away. We close the door of the north with thanks to the earth. Thank you for courage. We close the door of the west with thanks to the water. Thank you for focus and determination. We close the door of the south with thanks to fire. Thank you for knowledge and awareness. We close the door of the east with thanks to the air. We will go on together. We will support each other. We will build community and nation. We will have courage. We will speak out. Take a deep breath. Hold it and release it. And now another. In. Release. As the sun rises in the morning and the world is covered in light, so we may see where we are and where we are going, in the same way the heart, the mind, and the soul, they open up as we reach for the light of understanding, as we connect to the infinite, which is reflected in each other. Take a deep breath and release. This circle is open but unbroken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Dear friends, although we intend to begin meeting again in person, we have set no firm date for that. However, we will continue to offer new and full moon rites right here. The next full moon rite will be on the 30th of August at 7 p.m., and I'll see you then. A valuable reference to follow up some of the ideas from today's rite is Laura Tempest Zakroff, The New Aradia, A Witch's Handbook to Magical Resistance, published in 2018. The original Charles Leyland Aradia Gospel of the Witches also needs to be on every witch's bookshelf as well.